Woman suddenly found that the man next to her was peeking at her chest. She quickly fixed her clothes, heart racing. What she didn't expect was that her husband had just passed away, and yet his so-called friends were already eyeing his widow. Her name is Anna. She's stunning, with a body that turns heads everywhere she goes. She used to live like royalty. No worries, no limits. But just a few nights ago, a single phone call shattered her perfect life. Her husband died in a sudden car crash. When she rushed to the hospital and saw his cold, lifeless body on the table, she completely broke down and burst into tears. But that was only the beginning of her nightmare. She thought she could live comfortably off the wealth her husband left behind and raise their daughter without worry. But her husband's lawyer told her that her husband had failed in investment and owed a huge debt. If she didn't pay off the loans in time, the bank would take everything. The house, the cars, all of it. Overnight, Anna went from living in luxury to falling straight into hell. She sold her husband's yacht, then the antiques, then the expensive furniture. She even threw a private auction at home, selling off all her designer clothes and handbags. When someone offered to buy the dress she was wearing, she took it off right then and there. She tried everything to raise money, but compared to the debt, it was a drop in the bucket. With the deadline closing in, Anna realized there was only one option left. She needed to find a rich man, fast. So she threw herself into endless blind dates. CEOs, politicians, every big name in town. And they were all the same, drawn in by her beauty. But none of them were willing to take care of her and her daughter. Even her best friend's husband snuck over to make a move on her. Disgusted by how every man just wanted to own her, Anna came up with a wild plan. She plans to select 20 wealthy people and draw one of them by lottery. Whoever got picked would get to spend 5 years with her. But to enter, they had to pay $10 million up front. And the crazy thing is, they actually did. Some even asked for a preview. Anna didn't hesitate. She said yes. So before the drawing began, she was visiting their mansions one by one. There were aristocrats living in castles, wealthy landowners with private farms, her husband's old friends, and even that same lawyer. Just as things were spiraling out of control, the police got an anonymous tip. They raided the lawyer's office and launched an investigation. Panic set in. All the men who paid in, every single one of them, had reputations to protect. If this got out, they were finished. That's when Anna made her move. She told the police the money wasn't for anything illegal. It was just donations, gifts from her husband's friends, meant to help a grieving widow and child. Since there was no solid evidence, Anna easily resolved the storm. And those men? None of them dared ask for their money back. Finally, Anna took the huge sum of money and prepared to leave the city and start a new life. At the airport, an officer from the case came to see her off. He couldn't help asking Annie if she had recorded all this herself. Anna gave a soft smile. Didn't say a word, but the answer was already clear.